a certified social worker. My name is Chay Engebretsen. I work for Best Practice Counseling, which is located in Draper, Utah. I am doing this short little video in response to Kendall Marcroft, who is the owner of Best Practice Counseling. And earlier this week, she posted a video of a theory called the polyvagal theory. She posted this educational video to help our clients and any other individuals who are struggling with the pandemic that's occurring right now. Her video is very educational about what could be happening to our bodies in response to this current situation that we're living in. She asked us, her clinicians, to follow up with that video and do or teach a few techniques that might be helpful and incorporate some of those educational aspects and teach you how to either up-regulate or down-regulate as per her video of what she taught. So I use these techniques with my clients. I use them myself personally. I teach them to all ranges. I use it with kiddos. I use it with some teenagers and adults as well. It's a really convenient, on-the-go, quick technique that is really applicable to anyone in any situation, especially with COVID-19 happening. And if you live in Utah, the earthquakes that happened recently, I know a lot of my clients and neighbors and family and friends feel as if they are living in hyperarousal, that top box that Kendall taught us, that is outside of our window of tolerance. And that is exhausting, and it leads to a lot of fatigue and probably naps, those hypoarousal boxes that we are discussing as well. So one of the techniques that I use with my clients is to help down-regulate. So when one is experiencing their nervous system being hyper-aroused, this technique can help us get back into that window so that we can be functioning again the way that we want to, the appropriate responses that we need to. So this technique is very mindfulness-based. It has some application to EMDR, so it has evidence and research around it, and it's extremely helpful to help your body go from this hyper-aroused state down regulate to a window which is much more easier to handle than extreme stress or anxiety. So this technique is great because you can use it while standing or sitting, maybe in your car if you have a minute to escape. And I will do this with you so that you can understand what I am teaching. I myself like to be sitting during this exercise because I find it very grounding to feel my feet on the ground and to have just this stance which is secure and safe. I would ask that you have your hands on your lap, on your knees, on your thighs, wherever you're comfortable. And I just want us to start a moderate pace of tapping back and forth. This is bilateral stimulation, which can be really relaxing for your nervous system. Right now, a lot of clients feel that their nervous systems it's their parasympathetic nervous system that we need to be working, but it's their sympathetic nervous system which is activating them and making them feel this extreme stress and anxiety. And with this tapping, we can help our bodies to tap into our vagus nerve and communicate to our brains that we're okay, we're safe, we're connected, and we're grounded, and we can allow the parasympathetic nervous system to be activated and to calm us down and get us into that window of tolerance. So as we are tapping, we're doing a moderate pace, and this is a good mindfulness activity in which you can notice that perhaps your breath is a little bit off, and it's a good opportunity to breathe in and out and continuously use those breaths inward through your nose and outward through your mouth as if you're blowing up a balloon. Now, the longer you sit here in silence working on your breath and your tapping, you'll notice that your tapping might start to get quicker. Your mind starts to race and you start to think of those things that create those anxieties, those things that you have to do with your to-do list, the things that you have to worry about, and your body will start to respond. You'll notice that you'll start tapping quicker. You'll start responding to that. The goal of this exercise is to keep a moderate pace and to really regulate your breathing. Now, I like to offer to my clients to at least do 40 to 50 taps on each leg. This gives a moderate amount of time, almost 2 minutes, for your body to be sitting grounded, for you to be activating your parasympathetic nervous system, and for your body to catch a breath, which if you are experiencing anxiety during this pandemic, you'll notice you aren't breathing as frequently as you should be. You'll notice throughout the day that you're taking big breaths because your body isn't doing its normal paced breathing. And with kids, I like to teach them this butterfly hug. It can be done with their arms around, like a bear hug, or it can be done like right next to the collarbone. There's actually 2 points right here underneath your collarbone, which are great to touch on. And they can just do a little butterfly tap, almost like it's a butterfly resting on their chest, and it's flapping its wings back and forth. In this position, they have really good access to noticing their chest compressions, noticing their breathing. They can really focus on making sure that they're inhaling for 4 seconds, holding for 4 seconds, and exhaling for 4 seconds. And the bilateral stimulation is extremely relaxing. It's telling our body that we can be safe and secure. I have a lot of my clients that are constantly on the go. So sometimes before they're walking into work or before they're waking up for the day, I will ask that they just practice this tapping and this mindfulness breathing. And checking in with the mindfulness, of course their thoughts will wander, but it's okay if they wander. We can bring it back to feeling our hands on our thighs, maybe doing a body scan and checking in with how tense our body feels, allowing our body to relax and loosen up as accordingly, and really honing in on that breath. This is a wonderful technique to use in response to Kendall's video with a polyvagal theory. Again, we're trying to go from hyperarousal down to our window, and this tapping taps into, quite literally, the breathing and the mindfulness piece, which can be the most helpful thing we can do for our bodies right now. Teach your kids the butterfly tapping. They'll like it. They'll want to go quick, but just keep it at a moderate pace. It's a great family activity to do together. And I hope that you can use this throughout your day. I hope maybe it helps you work a little bit from home easier. And I hope everyone's doing well during these times.